This guitar is smarter than me! Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are taking a look at the GTRS S800 intelligent guitar. So why do they call it the intelligent guitar? Well, that's because it's got 126 guitar effects built into the guitar. And it's got a whole bunch of other stuff, including like a built-in tuner, an 80-second looper, 40 different drum grooves. It's pretty elaborate. All right, but before I get too in-depth on all that stuff, I want to talk about just the guitar at first. Like, how is it as just an electric guitar? It's actually a really well-made guitar. The body is alder, the neck is roasted maple, it's got a real rosewood fretboard, 22 frets, a humbucker, 2 single coils, 5-way blade switch, a 2-point floating trem bridge, which is really nice. The bar is a push-in bar. It's not one of those screw-ins, so you push it in, it stays where you want it, real good. The neck is really nice. It's got what I would call medium jumbo frets. The fretwork on this is really good. I went over it with my fret rocker. I don't need to do a fret level or anything like that. The nut appears to be a bone nut. Again, really nice. Everything is done really nicely on this. Even outside of like all the built-in effects and all that kind of stuff, this is not a cheap guitar. It's a very well-made guitar with good quality parts. So I could tell right away when I pulled this thing out and I was looking it over and feeling it and trying it out a little bit that the company definitely, like, they didn't want to just make a cheap guitar and then stuff the effects in it. They wanted the guitar to be good along with the effects. In fact, I kind of think that like the company should make this guitar available without the built-in effects for the people that don't want that, you know, like a cheaper version, because just the guitar itself is actually really nice. And even though the body is alder, it's really heavy. This is a heavy guitar, probably heavier than my Les Paul, and that's due to whatever they have stuffed inside there as far as, you know, what's providing the effects and the drums and all that stuff. The electronics, heavy. All right, now take a look at the switches, guys, or the knobs, I should say. You've got one volume and one tone, and this is what they call the smart knob. So this kind of controls, to an extent, the effects that are in the guitar. So this is a volume. It acts as like a second volume when you've got the effects turned on. So something like, let's see if I can demonstrate. So I've got the volume on the guitar all the way up, right? And then I can also turn down the sound of the guitar, I guess you could say, by turning down the smart knob. Oh, I turned it off all the way. Oh, that's the other thing, guys. So that, hey, perfect time to talk about it. If you turn the smart knob all the way down, all the way off, you're gonna hear it click, it clicks off. Then the built-in effects, everything is off. I have the amp here just set to a clean setting because I wanted all the distortion and everything to come from the effects inside. So when it's all the way off, you're just getting whatever you have the amp set to. And you can use this as just a regular guitar by having that turned all the way off. And then it's just your basic electric guitar. So let me turn it back on. See it kind of flashing, if you guys can see the color. And then once it's connected, blue, that means you're good to go. You're connected to your device. Now I'm going to turn it up. See, there it is. And then, of course, I can control the volume on the amp. I have this volume, and then I have this volume as well. All right, so how do you access like all the presets and the effects and the simulators and all that stuff? So what you have to do is you have to download their app on your phone, and then you use Bluetooth. Bluetooth connects the guitar to your phone, and the phone is where you're gonna control like everything that you're using, whatever preset, you wanna start the drums, you wanna use the tuner, it's all on the phone. Now everything is in the guitar, of course, but the phone is what's telling the guitar what to do. It's how you control it, basically. This is sort of the main settings screen. I'm gonna show you guys screenshots of these as I'm talking about it. So here's the main settings screen, and you can see a whole bunch of stuff listed there. Let's take a look at the tuner. It's got a really nice tuner. It's super precise. That's one of the coolest things about this that I like, is that I can tune the guitar like really, really perfectly and precise. Drums. All right. So you click on the drum, you see the little thing comes up, says drum, you've got your beats per minute, your speed, and it's got different types of drum patterns. I'm just gonna give you guys one example, the one that's called metal. Obviously, I would pick that one, right? All right, guys, so let's see what happens when I hit play on the drum page here. It's also got a metronome, so that's great for practicing, right? Use the metronome. And then chords. It's got like a built-in chord book that shows you like where the notes are for that particular chord, which fingers to use, and you can go through a whole bunch of different chords here. So if you're a beginner, this is great for learning chords as well. Mixer. This is what the mixer looks like, how to control the Bluetooth, the USB out, the guitar, and the main out. And then the looper. Okay, the looper's pretty cool. You can record up to 80 seconds. So basically you record something, you hit the play button, it's gonna play it through your amp or your headphones or however you're listening to it, and then you can play along to that. You can play over the top of it. Let's try that real quick and see how that works. All right, I'm hitting record, guys, on my phone. Now, I'm going to play it back and I'll improvise a little simple solo on top of that. Here we go. There it is. See? I'm not playing. Cool. Oh, it's still playing. It's going to keep playing it over and over until I hit the stop button. Alright, what I'm going to do next, guys, is I'm going to play through some of the presets, some of the ones that I like the best. As I'm playing through the presets, you're going to hear them coming out of my little Fender amp here. So, you know, really, the guitar is, you just plug the plug into the amp, and then the phone is what tells the guitar what to do. So I'll be switching the presets on the phone, I'll go through some of them, and I'll put the name of the preset up on the screen so you know which one it is. Here we go, check it out. Alright guys, that was it. So what did you think? Did you think those sounded pretty good? Okay? Fabulous? Meh. You know, I'm gonna be honest, a couple of them I thought were pretty good, and some of them were just like, okay. Honestly, I think I get better sounds out of my Line 6 stuff on the computer. I'd rather use that than this, but still it's not bad. Now, I do have one problem with this whole setup. It's got these presets, right? And on any one of the presets, you're supposed to be able to like change the settings around. You're supposed to be able to click on the name of the preset and it's supposed to pull up little visuals of the different pedals that are being used. The virtual pedals, of course, like delay, reverb, chorus, whatever. They're supposed to pop up and then you're supposed to be able to change the settings on those. And then you can make your own custom settings, presets, well they wouldn't be presets anymore, but you can customize them and then save them, right? You're supposed to be able to do that. I cannot, for the life of me, get the pedals to come up. I can't get anything to come up on the screen of my phone so that I can customize the settings. I have pushed on everything, I have played around with everything, I have gone to every little thing that you could possibly touch and open. Can't get those pedals to come up or anything to come up so that I can customize the settings. So next step, I went on YouTube to see, is there like a how-to video? You figure there's gotta be one, right? Well, there kinda is. Mostly it's people like demonstrating the guitar and going through the settings, but not really showing you how to use the app. And I did watch carefully when the guys were like using it and I saw them, they pressed on the preset and the pedals popped up. But when I do that same exact thing on my phone, the pedals don't come up. So I can't change any of the settings. I can only use the presets and that's it. I did go to the company's website to look like, is there some kind of thing that says troubleshooting or frequently asked questions or, you know, here's a how-to video on like how to use it. No, there's nothing like that. And I've read in some of the other reviews people complaining about the same thing, saying the app is kind of hard to figure out. It's not very user-friendly. And the instructions that came with the guitar, it doesn't tell you how to use the app at all. It just tells you how to connect it with Bluetooth, how to connect it to the app on your phone, but it does not tell you how to actually use it at all. So that's my biggest disappointment with this whole thing is like, I can't figure out how to customize anything. All right guys, so bottom line, I'm not gonna recommend this guitar. Yeah, I'm not. Luckily, I didn't buy it. The company sent it to me for free to do the review. I can't recommend it because number one, the app, like I said, I can't open anything to customize it. That's the first reason. But the other thing is that I can't see a really good use for this unless it's just you wanted to take the guitar somewhere like traveling or take it to work or whatever and you were just going to use it with headphones and listen to it in headphones. But if you're doing a live gig, they do have a foot switch. I don't have it. I don't know how it works, but it doesn't seem very convenient as far as like switching through the different things. I think you'd be better off just having, you know, the good old-fashioned pedals as far as playing live. And the other thing about playing live is this guitar is pretty heavy. You know, you've got this thing strapped on. You know, when you're playing this kind of Strat guitar, especially one that's made of alder, you don't want a super heavy guitar. Okay, and what about recording with it? Well, like I said, I'd much rather just use my Line 6 Pod Farm. I have much more like different things that I can use, easier to you know, change things, change the settings. You guys know what I'm trying to say, right? I just think it's better, it's easier to use, I get better sounds. This is okay, I just don't think it's great. I think if you like this style of guitar, there are a lot of options out there where you could get this same kind of guitar, basically, same setup, chrome covered humbucker, 2 single coils, you know, basic vintage bridge, whatever. You can get a guitar like this, a good guitar, for like $200. You don't need to spend $659 just for these built-in effects. Donner makes a guitar really similar to this for like $200, and it's a really good guitar. And actually, I'd recommend that one over this one any day anyway. So I'm not just saying this, guys, just because I couldn't figure out how to change the presets and do customized sounds and all that. I just think you're better off having just a guitar and not having the effects in the guitar. I think it's kind of a limited customer base that this would be ideal for. Not ideal for me. if it's something that you're interested in and you think, wow, that's awesome, I'd love to have those built-in effects, then by all means check it out. I've got a link in the description for it. Yeah, check it out if you want to. And that's all I have to say about the GTRS S800. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.